So you may have been maybe, would you say, a little more conscientious and then
Absolutely.
work through that?
So part of that in being decisive is not just don't do something roguely,
Okay.
right? And then deal with it after that, the aftermath. You really do want to think, and you want to analyze, and you want to do all those things. But what I'm saying is sometimes you might be able to do 90% of the analyzation. You're coming up, and you're almost there on making a decision, but there's that 10% you're just unsure of or don't know. Well, that's where you're never going to know, right? So you need to, we call it, gut. You have a good, what's your gut decision? Well, that's where it comes from.
Or the leap of faith is another.
Yes, yeah, leap of faith, blind faith. I use that a lot with the new agents. Hey, you got to have blind faith in this business.
Would you have told yourself that 5 years ago and 10 years ago, and hey, have more faith and I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I think I had it back then. I still think I had the faith that it was all going to work out. But I think that's one thing I've done well over the years.
It seems like you reflect a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like if you do something, you're working it out in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do I take from this to be better the next time?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How would, because I believe it's teachable too. What are some of the ways that you teach that? Someone like they're not making any decision, or if they do, it's like, well, you keep doing that again. What are some pieces of advice that you shed on there?
For being indecisive, I try to pull from examples. I think in sales in general, it's better to show them than tell them, so and part of showing would be like, hey, here's an example for you. And I would try to pull something that one of my experience from the past, maybe with a past client or somebody else's experience, some story I've heard or whatever, and say, well, this is what happened to somebody that, that missed out on that property. And here's what their line of thinking was, and that's what, in my opinion, why they missed out on it or whatever. So just to give you a little example. But I would use examples. I would use real-life examples.
And let's say they make the decision, right? Because the example thing makes sense. That's how we make decisions, is through visualizing the future in a sense.
Sure.
You're showing a future that happened.
Yeah.
They're more courageous now.
Right.
Less fear because there's more understanding.
It's a little bit of a sales thing too. I mean, you're
Okay.
you're selling, but like again, I would want my client to feel comfortable, or my agent that I'm working with to help them
Whoever
learn
it
the
is.
business, whoever it might be. I want you to feel comfortable because this has been done before. Everything you're feeling now and the decision that's in front of you has been made a million times in the past. And here's how it goes sometimes. You try to give some examples.